All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Indeed. Hey, man, maybe see the white background is kind of white. I'm kind of dark, but that's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. Anyway, yeah, man. Nice day at work. God is good. We here. We here, so we might as well talk, right? We might as well talk about some things. Got some bad news today, and I guess everybody want to definitely salute. I mean, not everybody, but come on, man. If you in the hood, you was down with some type of way, make me feel some type of way, some type of way. Mr. CEO is what my title say. Y'all know what the rest say. So that's it. That's it, man. Shout out, shout out, shout out to the rich homie Quan. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the rich homie Quan, man. It's unfortunate, and I don't really know. I know some things were said around why he may have passed, but I didn't really look into it myself a lot. And so, hey, real time reactions. That's what I do. So make sure you join me, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Share it, because when I do these things, I do it for the benefit of the people, and it's best that as many people hear it as possible. Not just this about Rich Homie, obviously, but the things that we talk about, the awareness that we bring. We're up against some evil right now. We're up against some evil, so we need each and every individual. Deja, shout out. How you doing? We need each and every individual who's not afraid to actually still say, "Hey, I believe in God. Hey, we can still do this. Hey, we can do this better." Man, we are slipping. We looking like the people in the wilderness who just started building all of these different gods while Abraham was in the mountain getting the commandments, or Moses. You know, getting the commandments, and while he was up there, people started building false idols and false gods. And that's what, yeah, America, man. Woo! It's getting kind of scary. It's getting kind of scary. Let's see what they talking about. Rest in peace to the rich homie.
Rich Homie Quan has reportedly died at the age of 34. TMZ reports the platinum-selling rapper passed away at his home in Atlanta today. No word on a cause of death. Rich Homie Quan found success with songs like Type of Way and Flex, and worked with superstars like Young Thug, YG, and Gucci Mane. He is survived by his 4 sons.
Listen, I'm not done. So I'm reading, I do the rehearsal with the paper in my hand. I go to the man by the teleprompter. I was like, hey, can you put the things on the teleprompter? Let me do my part over again, because I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So this time they got it on the teleprompter. Okay. I'm doing it good. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, keep it on the teleprompter when I come on TV, and I got it. We're going to be good.
Gotcha.
I'm in the back room studying like hell. Fendi done brought me some little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm back, you know what I mean? I got the rapper's kit. You know what I'm saying? I know my part. I'm sweating though like a motherfucker. Hands sweating. I've never been this nervous, you know what I'm saying? But I felt good because I got the sweat. What I felt like big.
Yeah.
Go out there, yeah. Know the beginning part. I'm looking up there. The teleprompter come on. The screen go black. So at that point, I'm just trying. Hey, yeah. Listen, did y'all see when they put the camera close up in Fat Joe's face? His face like.
Oh, he looked disgusted,
Guess
bro.
what? Make a long story short, I still don't know the motherfucker.
Hey, look, man, I'm older, so I don't be knowing like the little BRB, like be right back. Just write it out for me, man. I ain't know.
I know that's right. I know that's right. He said a mouthful in. I'm older, man. I don't be knowing about all of that. Anyway, man, I just wanted to play a little bit of that. Shout out to the rich homie Quan. The thing is, while I think the reason why I wanted to highlight that, because people die every day. You know, we got a crisis with migrants where people are dying every day. I listened to the Anton Daniels show this morning, and obviously I kind of heard about it already. But speaking of this migrant who had cut all of his hair off, not in all of it, but in different spots, and he looked like, you know, as Anton said, it looked like he had the mange. And but how I said that, because this guy was, people was coaching baseball game. They was at a youth baseball game, and this guy just came out and dragged a young girl, 14-year-old girl, down to the bleachers, and, you know, proceeded to try to unalive her. Thank God he did not succeed. But, you know, I just said that because I know people are dying every day. I know that. People are burying their children. I know that. Yeah, Ariel, thank you for joining. Yes, he passed, I guess, yesterday, maybe last night. This message that I'm playing now was 5 hours ago. But they definitely said it was something to do with a bad pill. And this was what I was just playing, was his last message to fans before passing away. So maybe he made this tweet. Maybe this is a Twitter from his feed, I guess, maybe, possibly. And so I was just kind of bringing up the girl who we see all kind of violence all over the country. So I know other people are dealing with the same type of thing every day, you know. And when you think about it, if this is true, it is said to be fentanyl. And so, you know, a fentanyl laced pill, like I said, those are the rumors right now. And when you really consider that, you have to think about everything you hear most of the Republicans or people that care, aka maybe godly people, aka people that want to protect their children, aka people who are watching and listening to what the hell is going on in America right now. Fentanyl is a big problem. And we just saw an attack, or we just saw somebody else not give in, but lost life, I should say, to it. Maybe not knowingly. No. It can get in anything. It could be in a Tylenol. Some of these kids that are passing, they're not passing because they're going out saying, I want to take some fentanyl. They're taking pills that they think may be safe, or they got from somebody who may be safe. Anyway, my point is, here is a icon. He may have not been so iconic as of lately, but 10 years ago, he was an icon. I mean, come on. Some type of way was it. This guy came out of nowhere and just kind of, you know, took the rap world by storm, kind of. I mean, and so at the age of 34, this man is gone. This man is gone at the age of 34. And the reason that he's gone is knocking at the door of the United States heavily. This is the same cause of death for Weston. We heard the young lady at RNC, Weston's mom, talk about how her son wanted to be like any other kid, but he took the wrong pill. And I love the way she said it. I blame this directly on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the border czar. What a joke. That's what she said. I mean, I'm making a song about that, actually. Shout out to me. And so, yeah, man, this same thing, possibly, if the rumors are true, that he has passed from, I'm reading some stuff on there. Fans were quick. Rumors swirled. Fellow artist Boosie took to Twitter. Heartbreaking. Adam 22, a prominent figure. I'm just reading some stuff that people are, you know, kind of coming in to say as far as on behalf of the brother. I was trying to see, did they have any more kind of thoughts? But yeah, if the rumors are true, then just understand that this same problem is going to be knocking at a lot of doors continuously And it's not like it just started with him. It's already happening. It's been happening. And man, I'm just telling you, it's not gonna stop. I would just kind of suggest. I'm nobody special, but man, please, you got to be careful. We all got to be careful. I mean, it's said to be an even bud. You know, when they trying to get you stuck, this right here, this stuff right here, oh, it's better than last week. Nigga, what? Like when they trying to they will put anything in it to get you higher and higher, because if you getting a certain high, you're gonna come back to him. You're not gonna go back to nobody else. I don't care how they stuff look. It could be gold, it could be purple, za. And then the guy with the regular looking stuff, if he got the right amount of stuff in it and to get you there, you're gonna bypass all of that beautiful stuff. You're gonna bypass all of that za, and you're gonna go to get that thing that got that thing in it. And you don't even know what that thing is. You just know it's that thing, boy. That's that fire. Going to get that. Well, that's all the way across town. Man, I got to go. Bro, you serious? Yeah, man. That's my dog. I got to go get. That ain't your dog. That's that thing. So we got to be careful. And yeah, man. It's serious. It's pretty serious. Yo. So I definitely, a lot of people heard me talk about, I've been saying for a while, and I want to kind of straighten it up as I said. Shout out to the Black Conservative Perspective. I got a description of the link to his video that I'm about to play, and also a video from Vince Everett Ellison. If you haven't heard of the brother Vince Ellison, you got to look him up. And I'm glad for anybody who may be joining now or joining later. You're about to see one of the best movie trailers you'll ever see in your life. And right now, this guy is having an all-out Twitter war with Roland Martin, and it is beautiful. Because obviously, he's not afraid to say it. He ain't afraid to say it. And he giving Roland Martin a business. Fentanyl is the devil, and the Democrats don't give a damn. Selfish pricks they are. All right, spoken like the Yoda master. Selfish pricks they are. Yes, indeed. I agree with that 100%. 100%. They something else. And the fact that so many people are holding on to it, hugging it, can't let it go, all over some dislike for one person, one man, is really crazy. I've never seen this type. I didn't like Michael Jordan. I mean, I respect him as the GOAT, but I did not like Michael Jordan. But I didn't go through all types of things to deny Michael Jordan was the greatest when he became the greatest. I mean, even when I was hating on Michael Jordan, I did not deny that Michael Jordan was the best dunker. You could get me in a debate, or a debate about Dominique, but I didn't deny that he was a great defender. I didn't deny that he had the best turnaround, back down, back you down, then, hit you with the turnaround shot, fade away out of bounds. I didn't deny none of that. I just didn't like him. I still like the Reggie Miller, little Magic Johnson, But what I'm saying is I didn't take nothing from Mike. I just like the Pistons that, get a little rougher with him, because he's starting to get tough too. He's starting to get past a little bit of them elbows. Yeah, but I never denied his greatness. I just didn't like him. I had a few reasons, but I just didn't. But the Democrats, they take it to a whole different level. And what was on the table for me not liking Mike? What harm could it do? It couldn't do no harm. I liked the Whitney Houston. So when people talked about Mariah Carey, I was like, Whatever. It's Whitney. Give me some Anita too. I like that the people who actually sung and didn't feel like Mariah Carey can't sing, but a lot of other people was using their bodies to speak for them and sneak into the music industry. Whitney just got it down. No dancing, no sexy hips to look at, no shaking the butt. You know, she just, even in I Want to Dance with Somebody, she just did the normal little dance. You know, the normal little dance. Even white girls could dance to that music. That's why she was a pop artist. Anita Baker, awesome, same thing. And so I'm just saying, it was no harm in not liking these people. What's the harm in what the Democrats are doing by being in such great denial when it comes to Donald Trump? So they are willing. I was just having a conversation. We was talking about, all right, so Donald Trump, 4 more years. All right, big deal. 4 more years. If he get the House and the Senate, then he can probably put some of his things into motion. And from what most of the people that know, those things that he put into motion, it's not going to be bad. We just witnessed 4 years of it. And so it wasn't all bad. Yeah, you could complain about a tweet or two, but a tweet don't do nothing. You know, some of those crazy tweets that people hated, those are the tweets that kept Kim Jong-un in line. Those are the tweets that kept Iran in line. You know, now we got chaos because everybody wants to be politically correct and they're scared to hurt other people's feelings. Well, Donald Trump didn't really care about hurting feelings because it's not about what I say. I might have to say some things to put some people in check. It's about the power of the pen and what I choose to do. And the man did some great things. And so, in comparison, if you're talking about standing against that, there's a lot of damage. You're trying to bring irreparable damage just by saying, I don't like Trump. So I'm willing to actually bet against him to let somebody win who's speaking to me and telling me they're a communist or a socialist. They're not really sure. Isn't it funny? They always tell you, they always say these words. I'm going to start saying this. Just to be clear. I want to make this clear. Let me be clear on this. Let me be absolutely clear. And the more I hear him say that, the more I am certain. Let me think of a great word salad here. The more I am certain when they say, let me be clear, I am clear that their clarity will not be clear at all. And I'm clear that they're clear of nothing except that they are clear of nothing. And the rest of the Democrats are going to fall in line anyway if I play some music, some rap music, you know, put up the great movie stars, put up some great rap artists, you know, get them juking so they don't pay attention to what's really going on. You know, all of that crazy stuff. Yeah, so if you're actually standing in the way and you're going with people that's saying, I will give men equal rights to women. Not only equal rights to women, isn't this crazy? You know, as I said that, it sounded really funny coming out of my mouth because I realized how long women have fought. Let me start that again. I realize how long, not as a woman, but I do have a mom. I do know how to read history. We see it. We know what it is. I'm old enough to see, to remember some of what was called male chauvinism. And so it's ironic because women fought so long for so many different rights, so many hurdles they had to jump, so many different things. And now we got women who are actually down with killing every bit of the movement that some bold women started a long time ago. Down with killing every bit of progress that some women fought for a long time ago. And now you have a woman standing, I don't give a damn what color she's supposed to be. You have a woman standing up in front of you saying, I represent you. But footnote, I need to be able to give every man alive the same rights as you, and even a few more, because you're giving him a few more because you're taking some from her. That was not a pronoun, by the way. So you're giving more to the man because you're violating hers. That was not a pronoun, by the way. When you tell a woman she can no longer go into the bathroom and feel comfortable as she used to be. It might not always happen, but just beware. This could happen. This could happen. Just beware. Hey, they will tell you stuff like, oh, it only happens once in every 20 or 30 bathroom visits. I just made that up, but I'm pretty sure they will have a stat like that. Yeah, they just said, yeah. As a woman, she's not saying herself, but majorityly, as a majorities look like it's trying to speak. She just saying, yeah, women are taking this very seriously. I mean, what's going on? And so, yeah, we got to get away from that. And the funny thing is, it kind of segues me to the Black conservative perspective. I've been saying, I mean, when you consider all of this, some of your rights are now going to be violated as a woman to give power to a weak ass man. Ain't that something? You're going to give power. So he's so weak, you're going to give him a little bit of woman power. That's funny. And so now we look and see it's a double standard. I'm telling you, God is good. He's giving it to me as I sit here. So it's a double standard. So while they are yet breaking down the men, they are breaking us down. I'm talking about chopping. They say Negroes with the Knee, grows, GROWS. So if you're Negroes, yeah. Wow. So we're going to take away the woman's rights and give them to some men. By the way, most of these men are targets of the Democrat Party. They're all over the news. They're actually saying it. We are targeting the men that have less masculinity. We are targeting the men that are da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. So I'm telling you, they are accomplishing two different things at once. And I salute, and I'm grateful for my brethren who I like to suggest to other people who may need a bigger platform. The Black conservative perspective, Anton Daniels, A Righteous Perspective, the LFR family, Pops in Politics. There are a number of people that you can listen to where you never have to be led down a blind path again. You'll get news that means it's coming, not because these guys are getting rich or they have an agenda. Their only agenda is to let you see the real light. Let's talk about this. I apologize. Hold on one second. Remember what I just said. Remember the contrast we just talked about, how they're breaking down women, giving women's rights, freedoms over to men who at any time, this is the worst thing about it. I'm going to get to the video. The worst thing about it is it's happening at a rate to where some people still don't even realize it. It's like they're going so fast that some of this stuff is irreparable. Like, you can't even go back. If you start giving a young boy hormone blockers, if he decide to change his mind at the age of 15 because somebody's booty looked good to him and her smile is nice, and he wants to decide, hey, I think I might like the other thing after all. Let me try it. He's gonna have problems. And at some point when he can't get with the program, that thing that his parents or the school education system started a long time ago is going to start making sense to him. They start the damage early. And anybody who's down with that, you got a problem, man. You got some issues. Yeah. So think about what we talked about with the women, and now listen to this.
I know I'll be attacked for saying this, but it's fine. It's the truth. But the men who follow Roland Martin do not tend to be alpha males. They normally tend to be what is called beta males. And I'm not saying this as an insult, but it is what it is. Back in the day, they called them hen peck. They don't wear the pants in their house. Those types of men, or LGBTQ men, those are normally the men that follow Roland Martin. Whenever you see an alpha male, a headstrong male, a male who stands on his shit on his show, Roland Martin attacks that man. So this is my observation. Y'all can get mad all y'all want. So when that video was released, it didn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? If it comes out that it's not real, cool. But
for anybody doesn't know what she's referring to, that's the video that surfaced. I think the Black Conservative Perspective also brought that out. But that is the video that surfaced with Roland Martin sharing the screen and some type of man booty. Some man, a naked man, actually showed up. But like she said, we don't. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so if that is real, that's funny. And even the excuses that he had. I listened to Roland try to explain it, and it was kind of crazy. So anyway.
For now, until I see that it's not, I believe it because his behavior leads me to believe that's what he likes. And if he likes that, cool. You grown. Do what you do. But I'm just saying, Roland Martin is very sassy, and alpha males do not follow Roland Martin. When I have men attacking me on behalf of the defense of Roland Martin, I mean, they don't be the most masculine men. That's all I'm saying.
You say what we say at home. So you're right. When you're sitting opposite of Scott Jennings, you got to jump in his ass. You got to jump in his ass. Jump in his ass. His ass. You got to push back immediately.
Look at Jermaine Dupri's face. Jermaine Dupri like, I don't know if I should be on this live for too long. Jermaine Dupri looks a little bothered.
Jump in his ass.
Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri.
I don't know anyone that takes more road trips than Ken and Claudia.
All right.
They're saying like all the college.
Yeah, I see a lot. I see I see the sugar in the tank. Ooh, listen to the sugar in the tank or the Democrats. How many times come out? That's my point. Yeah. Hey, listen, they're talking about it out loud. They're not even secret. They're not even playing. Oh, yeah. Roland hating on real. Yeah, go figure that. Go figure. That's his favorite position, obviously. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, we rolling. Let's hear some more. This is oh man. This is lefties. We can call this lefties losing it the American version.
Kids, boys, men, whatever they are trending conservative. And I'm like, yeah, duh. The left is so insane at this point that, like, if you're a dude, especially if you are a straight dude and put yourself in that category, like, you're, like, insane. It's, like, not only is it, like, it's embarrassing. It's, like, imagine being a man and being like, yeah, I'm a Democrat. It's, like, literally the most, like, feminine, embarrassing thing you could do.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a funny story, right? This is a fun story because a lot of people are noticing.
I just want to note, I know this picture might be small. Let me blow it up. It's so, it's so funny when you see the four guys. I don't know this bottom one, to be honest, but look who it is. D.L. Hughley. He's been crying and apologizing for coming out saying he's not. First, he spoke his mind. We know D.L. Hughley, the only reason why people even liked him a little bit when they did act like they liked him is because, one, they nominated him. They let him be a king of comedy. And the other one was he was outspoken. He was pretty outspoken. And so he was outspoken and came out and said he wasn't voting for Kamala. And then he apologized. I guess they paid him, and then he had a conversation with Kamala. And this guy, oh, we know him. That's why they call CNN crying news, crying racial slur news. And then that's rolling. Yeah, great picture to tell the story.
Patterns, right? They're noticing patterns about the men who are supporting Kamala Harris, okay? People have noticed that a lot of these guys, okay, they don't seem to be the most masculine of men, okay? They seem to always be on these liberal networks, boohoo, whining, and grind, right? And people have picked up on this, okay? If you notice, a lot of these guys out here supporting Kamala Harris, they just tend to carry themselves in ways that are non-traditional, okay? Their gesticulations, the way that they go about, you know, sashaying around the place. People just got a lot of questions, right? And I want to talk about this, but before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Noble Gold. Are you worried about the future of the U.S. economy? With so much uncertainty in the air, it is natural to fret about the security of your retirement.
I'm telling you, an Indian mother in Canada. But now she sounds like Fannie Willis.
You know, I was going to come up on here and talk about his all upper palate, no lip having ass. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to do something else. I'll instead tell you the story of when I was in my first gay relationship at the age of 21. It wasn't until my boyfriend told me that when I went into barbershops or when I got into my Uber or my Lyft, that my voice went down a couple of octaves and my voice got deeper. See, as a gay man, in the recesses of my mind, my brain was saying, present in a way that is presentable, present in a way that is normal, quote unquote, so that you can be free from violence and harm.
Florida Congressman Byron Donalds traveled far and wide to be up under his man to show support for him. Blasting off in his rocket, likely with the rest of his crew, to show fealty to Donald John Trump, only for that man to get on that stage and say,
"Look who we have." Byron, stand up, please. Superstar of the future, Byron Donalds, Florida. Wow, that's nice to have you here. He's great. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. That one is smart. You have smart ones and you have some that aren't quite so good. But we have
one of the good ones. One of the good ones. A racially coded dog whistle identifying you as a raisin that belongs in the milk. Hey guys and girls and gays, my he, she, and theys. Honey, we're cooked. Single time our nation has had the threat of a budgetary shutdown, Speaker Mike Johnson.
I'm only playing it to highlight the point and exactly what we've been talking about. This is ridiculous.
Congressional Republicans have fought to end the funding that supplements the price of PrEP and medications that both protect Americans from contracting HIV and also treats.
You haven't seen it, that little marketing twink, Be Better, has created this TikTok in which he is criticizing Kamala Harris's campaign. He's saying that the marketing isn't good. He's saying that she doesn't know anything about policy and that her entire push for president is void of any facts. And what he's saying is egregious, and it doesn't make any sense for what his platform is supposed to be, except for the fact that it's clearly clickbait. There's no way that somebody who claims to know a lot about marketing thinks that her campaign is not marketed well.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to notice this pattern among male Kamala Harris supporters in regards to how they carry themselves, okay? You're not supposed to ask questions about it, okay? You're not supposed to say, hey, what's going on with this, right? Why is it that these males seem to be a little bit different from everybody else, right? When you look at the average guy supporting Trump versus the average guy supporting Kamala, there seems to be a significant difference, okay? You're not supposed to point it out, right? You have people who are upset saying that, hey, it's not right that you have people calling men who support Kamala beta males and questioning their sexuality, right? Apparently, this is something that you're not supposed to do.
So this is what we're doing now. The new tactic is attacking straight black males, questioning their sexual identity because they support Kamala Harris, saying you're not an alpha male if you support her. You're not an alpha male if you're willing to pay the background for a black woman. You're not an alpha male if you protect black women. You're not an alpha male if you believe a black woman should have a leadership position. You're not an alpha male. They're attacking Roland Martin. They're attacking Plies. They're attacking any straight black male that has some common sense and common decency. Let me just say this to my straight brothers. Look. You don't want to be no alpha male. They have taken that and redefined it because alpha doesn't stand for what it used to. When these toxic motherfuckers come in your comment section talking about you're not an alpha male, take that as a compliment. Because alpha male stands for always ashy, always having criminal charges, always putting their hands on women because they always get caught choking you out, always never having a real source of income, always asking to borrow $20 till they get paid next week, always feeling less than and in competition with women, always being messy, always in everybody else's business, always having homoerotic admiration for other toxic black men, always questioning somebody's sexuality. In my comment section, I was never without a father figure. I had two. Never this motherfucking toxic.
Wow. Tried to basically say what real heterosexual men are, right? I mean, this guy clearly is not heterosexual, okay? And the reason why you know this is because a post like this in which this guy is getting roasted for putting this up on X, okay? He put this post.
Listen to this. This comes from the guy that was just talking, saying he was a heterosexual.
He says Biden threw more dollars at black community than any other president in U.S. history. $5.8 billion to HBCUs, passed ARP, which lifted 50% of black children out of poverty until Republicans voted against extending it. So if Biden wants some booty, I'll be glad to do the bidding.
Yeah, that's the guy who's speaking, act like he's speaking for males. You wasn't speaking for me. I mean, and here they go. Let me see. Hold on.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Okay? I mean, this is borderline prostitution, right? This is what this person is advocating for. Hey, Biden threw some money at the black community, right? At black HBCUs. Therefore, this guy says, hey, I'm going to give Biden some booty.
Doing so in trying to put forward male figures, Tim Walz being one of them, Doug Emhoff last night, who can speak to men out there who might not be the sort of testosterone-laden, gun-toting kind of guy who wants to listen to Hulk Hogan and the kind of players that came out.
It's crazy because they talking right to him. I don't know what these guys, they are actually saying it out loud.
At the RNC, or might want to listen to that, but also, in addition, understand that it's okay in 2024 to be a man comfortable in his own skin who supports a woman. And that's something that they really are trying to work on with male voters beyond the base.
Abby, we were talking about this earlier, the different definitions of masculinity in 2024,
right.
And what we saw at the Trump convention, which was, as you know, somebody, I forget exactly who said it, testosterone with Kid Rock.
Yeah. They are literally knocking, they're literally saying, too much testosterone. We don't like it. We don't like males to be so strong. We don't like males who think they are alpha. That boy just came out and said, you don't want to be an alpha male. And then he actually made, it's crazy because he actually made black struggling people or people that he know in poor communities, he actually built all of them up to be alpha males. It's like, whoa, this is crazy.
And the Ultimate Fighting Champion guy.
Yeah, that guy.
And Hulk Hogan.
Dana White.
Yeah.
And all.
Remember, Hulk Hogan actually ripped off his shirt and he had another shirt underneath, which I think is not exactly what the rip off the shirt thing is supposed to be. But in any case, I digress.
When you do it, it's not like that.
I mean, just on the Hulk Hogan of it all. I mean, look.
Yeah, at the Democratic Party, they're saying all of this out loud, and then men still raise their hand and say, I'm voting for her. I mean, like, they're basically telling you, we need you, and they're describing you as a soft or gay or low testosterone man, and men are still raising their hands saying, here I am. Pick me. It kind of gives gives a segue to the best video I've ever seen to this point, to be honest. Yeah. I can't wait till this movie comes out. If it's gonna be a movie. But at the same time, we're kind of watching the movie in like real time. We're actually watching and seeing the true experience of it in real time. And I just watched it and I had chills running down. You know, it's real. I haven't seen one like this, and I want to make sure as many people as possible. To the Antons, make sure you can get this out to all of your followers. Millions. The Black Conservative Perspective, I hope they've seen this and I hope they share it, because not just a few thousand people need to see it, but millions need to see it. Period. Will you go to hell for me? That's the title. Here it is.
The Democratic Party is the evilest organization in the history of the world. Since their inception in 1800, they've been the party of slavery. Then, after slavery, they became the party of the Confederacy. After that, they started killing black people during Jim Crow era. You're voting for a party that tells you they are going to abort children up to the 9th month, castrate little boys, and call them little girls, mutilate little girls and cut off their breasts and give them puberty blockers. And you don't think you're going to be held responsible? As we look at the Democratic Party and the chaos that they've reigned on our community, our young men, our young women, I have to ask you to look at what they've done to us. Look at what they've done to us. Look at what they've done to us. The Democratic Party is a death machine. Wherever they rule, they destroy. That's what they do. They destroy. They decided to try to infiltrate the black community, and they didn't have any success until they met somebody. Who did they meet? Martin Luther King. And this is where we went wrong. He made sure that he brought the black vote to the Democrat Party. They used the black vote to commandeer the most powerful country in the world. He who the Son has freed is free indeed. Once you accept him, you are free. Anybody in the Democratic Party that tells you any different, he's a liar, he's an apostate, he's an affront to God, and he should be rejected by any Christian walking on this earth. And he's inviting you to go to hell with him. Don't go with him. Don't go.
Ah, man, I'm trying to tell you. Boy, he was spitting fire and brimstone. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm talking about, woo. Let's see this one here. Let me see.
Tell you something, you get them signs down. Anytime that ordinary Lawson and Silverstein and what's that other?
Cesar
Can
Lopez.
sit up here and talk about how they should get a hate crime bill.
See, people in Florida, they still sleep. They still don't understand what's going on all over the nation. They laugh and they sleep. They so sleep. You try to say something like this and they look at you like you're crazy. Like, this cat paranoid. Yeah, all right.
Because swastikas was in Ziploc bags in that community, they hung this in our community. We want it off the poles. We want that to be the beginning of a hate crime. And that organization, which is a white liberal organization, like in the words of Malcolm X, who who told us what? That the white liberal is the worst enemy to the black man.
Yes.
And in
To the
here,
black American.
coming up in here, acting like y'all representing some social justice.
Say that,
When all along,
Say
all
that.
you're doing is trying to use black.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say that she's down at City Hall. That's something that we, and I'm gonna say myself too. I haven't done it in a while. They make it hard for you once you go down there and make trouble, but that's not a reason not to go.
Black people
Say
to
that.
find a reason to make some money.
Say
Let
that.
me tell y'all something over there. We're done. The Democratic Party is done. You ain't gonna mess with us like
Y'all
this
gonna
no
abuse
more.
us.
I'm telling you what I'm
They
telling
get to
you.
abuse the black
Trump
American.
gonna come in here and gonna clean it up. I'm telling you,
Go red!
the ones that have a righteous heart.
Yes, she's definitely upset, and she has a right to be. This guy, this guy has to be one of the dumbest guys ever. These are the people who Malcolm X told us about. Not only did he say the liberal Democrats, and that meant blacks as well, but he said the entertainers and the sports players, the bootlickers like Charlemagne Leonard, the boy. These people are paid to keep you dumb, to keep you blind, and they basically mean it when they say join them so they can tell you what you need to hear. So they can actually give you the perception of what was said, and that means you won't know anything except but to vote for a Democrat. They could take Kamala Harris out right now, and this turd, this piece of boo-boo would still tell you the next person. So they went from Joe Biden was better, no matter how bad the country got ran. Well, all right, we're going to throw in somebody else. We're going to throw in somebody who's been criticized for 3 years, and we're going to make it seem like she's better. And I said that to say this. They could remove Kamala right now, and this bootlicker and so many of his bootlicking friends are going to say the same thing. I don't know who this new person is, but, you know, I've seen videos, and I think they're fit to run the country, so I'm going to put my vote behind her because Donald Trump, then he'll start saying his favorite words that he looked like he just learned overnight. So Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy. They said democracy don't so much, you would actually forget that it was a republic. They had everybody saying that, but that's what they do. So we got to watch out for the puppets, because the puppeteers that control them, they don't have your best interests at heart. Not at all. Wow, this is horrible. Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. Let's check this out. See, I like it. All right, I couldn't see it. Could anybody see it? It said, pay attention to Taylor Swift's jewelry. What do you notice? All right, I'll tell you one thing. That game sucked last night, and this is the power of the people they paid to control other people. The Swifties. Taylor Swift has been somehow made one of the most powerful people in America. And we know she's not nearly that talented. And so, yeah, look at the effect she has had on football. That game, they was blowing that whistle from the beginning. Baltimore was going to lose no matter what. And that's the sad thing about this Taylor Swift phenomenon showing up to root on her boyfriend. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City go undefeated, because we need Taylor Swift to keep coming to the games, to keep getting those ratings, and keep it all going. Man, they was blowing the hell out that whistle against Baltimore last night. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Oh, this is Freedom Culture. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay, I don't know. All right, this Voices of the Ancestors. I like it. All right. Okay. He was just trying to say it wasn't no twerking and there was a lot of black people together, I hope. That is beautiful. Let's watch this. That's beautiful. I don't. Not much going on there. Let's see what else we got. Black Americans, you cannot afford to support the open border Democrats. They are literally kicking Black Americans out of the apartments for illegal alien Latinos. You may not like Trump, but he is your only way out of this open border hell caused by the Democrats. Let's see this.
Getting sued. Okay. So this needs to be a part of that. This will be used to get everybody in court. How can I help you? I need an explanation for why my mom paid this month's rent, but y'all decided to go in there and clean all of the important stuff out. I have baby pictures in there. My mom has certificates in there. We have important stuff in there, and we paid the rent. Okay. And it's still not September 1st, but the apartment is already remodeled. So I need an explanation now because we've contacted a lawyer, and you guys are getting sued. Okay. So this needs to be a part of that.
Okay. So
what's the explanation?
So my understanding was that the keys were turned in by last month.
No.
Okay.
My mom has a money order for the rent that was paid here. Mm-hmm. So explain that. A money order from July 31st to September or August 31st.
Right. So I'm looking into it on that end. I'm not sure. My understanding was that she had turned in keys.
No, the rent was paid.
I understand that.
I need to understand what's going on. Where's the keys at? Do you have the keys?
Wow. I wasn't prepared for this. We just scrolling live time, real time reactions, man. This is whoa.
Into the unit. That unit has already been
exactly, and the rent is paid.
So am I going to get a chance to talk, or
yes,
should I just reclose
yes.
the door? Okay, perfect. So as I stated,
man, this lady got a lot of nerve. Look at the nerve. Am I gonna get a chance to talk? What? Whoo.
we're looking into the situation. My understanding was that she turned in keys to the unit, at which point the unit was then considered to be vacated.
So what about if the rent is paid? You're not answering
that. Money will be refunded to her.
That is not an option.
It is an option.
No, it's not. The month is over.
It doesn't matter. From when she paid, the money would be refunded from when she turned in keys.
Okay, she already had, hold on, I'm finna open the door because he's the one who has it.
Okay.
He's the one who has the keys. He has everything.
Hi.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I am good. And yourself?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Alicia.
Alicia?
Yes, sir.
So, when did you guys change the stuff in unit?
So I'm looking into that right now as well to figure out exact dates and such. My understanding was that they turned in keys to the unit at the beginning of this month in August.
Where's the keys? Right here.
We have the keys.
Well, what keys were turned in? Let me see, Joe. The keys were right there.
Hold on. So, if anybody was going to turn the keys in, that would be me or Alexis.
Okay, and so my understanding is that Alexis turned in keys for the unit.
Alexis?
And then that was when the unit was considered vacant.
Hold on. Hold on.
Right.
But the keys are right here on the keychain.
His keys.
No, we only have two keys. We have two keys. Two keys.
I have them both.
Right here.
Alexis doesn't have a key.
Okay, well, the key was turned into us by Alexis to my former assistant manager.
No, it wasn't. This is false information, and the preserve is lying.
Hold on. Okay. Alexis, when did you turn in the keys to these guys?
I didn't turn in the keys. She knows she's lying.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm saying that is that I went, the email and everything that you guys sent, the correspondence, we have them.
This is what's going on. This is what's going on, man. This is what's going on. That's a 15-minute post. That's from a brother named Nas on Twitter. If you want to look that up, Nas Escobar on Twitter. Nas Escobar on Twitter. Wow. 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 Father who beat a man to death for R-wording, R-A-P-I-N-G, his 5-year-old daughter faces no charges in Texas. Right or wrong? Well, based on everything that's going on, right. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Oh man, we're gonna end this with a bang. Word salad. Let's see.
And will put the Department of Justice of the United States back in the business of justice. We will double the Civil Rights Division and direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will.
It's so funny she's at the NAACP, and I've been talking about Rachel Dolezal, the woman who was head over the NAACP and pulled it off as a white woman pretending to be black, and she pulled it off very well. I mean, she stayed the president for quite some time, so she was able to fool a lot of people sitting right up under them. Meetings. Kamala, she get in front of black people and she started talking like I'm talking about like she sound retarded.
We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Basically, what she's doing is she's threatening Elon Musk. She's so scared that Elon Musk is letting too much freedom, letting people actually see truth and read truth, and he's not blocking, stopping stories. He's not doing what they want him to do. So she's basically sending a threat to Elon Musk. As you can see, if Brazil had their way, Elon Musk would be in a prison in Brazil right now. But they need Elon. He got too much money, too much power. They need him to go get the astronauts, all of that. And so, Brazil, you just talking, and I'm going to stop talking before y'all get mad at me and America. Just say, well, we'll give you this guy. He's been talking smack. We'll start giving you these TikTokers and these social media people who actually stands up for or stands up against the Democrats. We'll give you them. They can take the prisoners' spots that just got freed and sent to America. I mean, I can see that happening. That's how much power these Democrats prove that they want. I told y'all black women ain't really rocking with Kamala like that. Auntie is standing on business. Well, let's see what Auntie got to say. It's only 3 minutes.
Message from real black women. We were freed on January 1st of 1863. Therefore, you're not going to control us. You're not going to bully us into voting for whomever you select for your own personal gain. We're not going to do what you say because we're afraid of you. Those days are over. But I also wanted to specifically address what you're doing with Kamala Harris. First of all, most of us do not care what her race is. You could have promoted her as just a good candidate. But the fact that you're promoting her as the black woman candidate, that makes people that are intelligent, that makes us pause and say, okay.
Bring it. I like it. I like it.
Hey, so what? She's the black female. Tell me something about what she's going to do for my community, for my family, and for my country. If you can't do that, then you've made a great mistake. You have lost half of us who are intelligent enough to know that the President of the United States must be able to sit across a table from Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, from whomever the new prime minister is or president of Iran, and from Yi from China. You have to have those qualities. Therefore, you cannot be afraid to have an interview before a favorable news network like NBC, CBS, CNN, ABC, and all of the rest of them. If you are afraid to have an interview, my major concern is what is Putin going to do with you or to you and to the United States? Those are the things that are important to us. Then let's go down the line. Again, if you are a real presidential candidate, we want to know about issues, policies that will affect us. things that you messed up in the last 3.5 years. We want to know today, you have 2 months. Today, how are you going to fix the prices of food in grocery stores? I don't like using the term inflation because most people don't even know what that means. But you know what? Everybody knows what it means, how expensive eggs are. That, you know, she was making these comments about using hot sauce. How expensive. Louisiana hot sauce, I can't afford to buy it anymore because it's gone up. It's like tripled in price or something. It's crazy. Those are the things that we're interested in. We also want to know illegal immigration, what you have done to the border, and why have you done it to the border? You were the border czar, but now we see an influx of illegal immigrants. Military-age men. We see what is going on in Colorado. We know that the prisons in Venezuela were emptied and they were told to go to the United States. We see what that has done to our cities. And we want to know, why did you let that happen? We want to know what's happened with child trafficking, drug trafficking, human trafficking on the border when everybody has free reign. Those are the issues that are important to American black women, okay? Real black women who are free, who do not care what race you are. They could have put you out here and never said anything about race. But if you told me, yes, we've made mistakes in the last 3.5 years, but I promise you in the next month, we're going to get the price of eggs down. Next month, we're going to stop illegal immigration before the election. Show us what you can do before the election comes. Let me see what you have. It's like, okay, you know, don't just talk your talk. You better walk your walk. Do it right now while you're the vice president. Therefore, some of us can follow you. And the other thing, all of the efforts that you're making, that the Democrat Party is making to make you pretend to be a black woman, they're insulting. The fact that you have to change your diction when you go from place to place, insulting. I've spoken, I don't know where, how many different places. It never has occurred to me to speak differently before different crowds of people. Now, if you're intelligent, you're going to speak intelligently. I don't care where you're speaking. And to assume that you have to talk down to black people is insulting to all black people. You don't have to talk down to us. You don't have to get somebody on stage dancing and twerking to relate to us. Grown people, you can talk to us like grown people. And you know what? It doesn't matter what race. We don't care. But I just wanted to say this to the Democrat Party. You've made mistakes with this candidate. And I want you to know that the black women of America, those of us who are free, we recognize your mistakes.
Wow.
Message from real black women.
Wow. I hope she knows about the Divine Nine, and I hope some of the Divine Nine, a bunch of sisters and brothers and fraternities and sororities that have been going around, and they got about 2 million of those people, been going around just doing their best to down talk Trump and lift up Kamala. And most of them are of her age, around in her age group. So I hope some of them could hear some of that, some of the women I know who speak like that, because she need help. Even if she don't, I mean, she could flunk out, but I'm just saying, like, as a woman, she needs some help. She needs some help on everything she thinking, trying to do, her trajectory, her agenda. She need prayer probably. That's it. That's all. Solo, single, no more, no less. I'm about to get out of here. God is good all the time. You know, don't be a target. And when somebody tell you, hey, I'm looking for a stupid person, don't raise your hand to say you're him or her. So the Democratic Party is coming outright saying to the men, we need men that have low testosterone, that could possibly be gay, support the gay community, or be a little feminine, this and that. Where are you? You cannot raise your hand, brothers. Brothers and men, they are outright calling you. That is why they're letting you know what they're calling you for before they even call you. They're letting you know. So when you raise your hand, you got to assume that they believe you're ready to go all in. Buck dancing, booting over, like we saw one of the guys say he was ready to give up some booty. I mean, like, he made a tweet. Man, this is ridiculous. We can't make it up. Like the brother said, the Black conservative perspective, that was prostitution borderline. Like, dude, I mean, oh, man, yeah, Joe Biden threw so much money, I'm ready to, what? Like, really? So, yeah, that is a direct attack on black men. Not just black men at this point. They're looking for any men who got that sugar. Because that waters down the home. And then you already know what they're doing to the women. They're saying, we're going to give some of y'all rights over to the men. I mean, 100 years of this, and what will the population in America look like? Ooh. They're going to have to start adopting and taking Chinese. They're going to have to start taking other people's babies. That is why, I'm going to say this and get out. Why you think they incentivize life, not only to the white community, but also to the Hispanics, to the Mexicans, I should just say to the migrants, all of those people that they are actually calling in here. They literally said it. I think it was, oh man, what this guy named, California guy, Adam, Chuck Schumer said it. Chuck Schumer said, well, they having babies. They still having families over there. You know, America has stopped having families. So while we got this trend going the other way, and American families are convinced, in the white, maybe most of the white population convinced it's better to have pets and this and that. And then in the black population, is mostly, we'll put 80% of the abortion clinics in their communities, and that'll be devastating. And then we'll do the whole agenda of the gay. I mean, like, what will this look like 100 years from now? Whoa. Well, obviously I won't be here to see it, but that don't mean I should not be concerned. God is good. God is good. God is good, because my lineage will hopefully be here. You know, now we have to say hopefully. Back 10 years ago, we didn't have to say hopefully. But these kind of effects can definitely cut your bloodline right off. God is good. If you have an opportunity to bless somebody, to be of encouragement to somebody, of inspiration to somebody, to give somebody a nugget to think upon or a morsel to eat, make sure you take that opportunity. They mostly come every day. I'm going to say they do come every day. Sometimes we don't recognize it. Sometimes we don't see it or catch it. But be on guard. As the word tells us, we know not when. And I know it's speaking of a different thing at that time, but that's also a time to give service. We never know how God's going to send that person to you, that you may bless yourself by blessing them, and also blessing them. That blesses God. Yeah. So when that opportunity comes, hopefully you'll be eyes open, ears open, and you'll be able to see or hear and be able to be that blessing, that word of inspiration, that word of encouragement, that dollar, that quarter, that dime, that morsel, or that thought for that needing person or person in need. God is good all the time. Love your family. Let them know you love them. Politics, do not let it come between you and your family's relationship. But at the same time, do not let people tell you these are not table issues. I will tell you now, these have become table talking issues, because if you do not, it will divide your home very easily. It will divide your home very easily. And they're starting with the kids first. That's it. I'm Crown Dion. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Check out the links in the description. Like I said, if you want some more solid channels that come out every day and do this for a living, I shouldn't say for a living, but like every day consistently, on time, they can give you a time to line up and show up. Go back, watch it again. Remember the names I kind of gave to you. And follow those pages as well. Make sure you like and subscribe my page. And thank you. That's it. I'm out.